Welcome and good morning to I want to welcome you to Live Without Limits, Reach Personal Success on a Daily Basis, the podcast where we explore and reach personal success. And today's podcast is titled Bounce Back, Turning Setbacks into Stepping Stones. I'm your host, Davida Shinsky, and today we're diving into the vital topic of the distinction between setbacks and failures. We'll explore how setbacks are temporary obstacles that can provide valuable lessons, while failures are often final only when we allow them to be. So, let's first define a setback. A setback are temporary and often unforeseen challenges that disrupt progress but do not necessarily spell the end of a journey or goal. They are obstacles that can cause delays, require adjustments, or necessitate a change in strategy. Importantly, setbacks are not final failures. They are bumps along the road to success. So, what are some characteristics of setbacks? Temporary nature. Setbacks are usually short term disruptions. They don't define the ultimate outcome, but rather interrupt the current trajectory. Unforeseen challenges. They often come unexpectedly, making them difficult to prepare for. Opportunities for learning. Setbacks provide a chance to reassess and improve strategies, offering valuable insights for future success. So, what are some examples of setbacks? Missing a deadline. A project at work was supposed to be completed by a specific date, but due to unforeseen issues like technical problems or misconception, the deadline was missed. Impact. This may cause temporary delays, requiring an extension and possibly affecting the project's overall timeline. Opportunity. Analyze what caused the delay to improve future projects, management, and communication practices. Losing a job opportunity. After several rounds of interviews for a job you were excited about, you find out that the position was offered to another candidate. This can be a blow to your confidence and plans, necessitating a continued job search. Use feedback from the interviews to enhance your resume, improve your interview skills, and better align your applications with your strengths and interests. A failed project. You launched a new business initiative or creative project that doesn't achieve the desired results or has to be shut down due to lack of interest or funding. Impact. This can be led to financial loss, disappointment, and a need to rethink your approach. Evaluate what didn't work, seek feedback from stakeholders, and apply these lessons to future projects to increase their chances of success. Setbacks are often a part of the natural ebb and flow of any pursuit. They are not indicative of one's inability to succeed, but rather moments that test resilience and adaptability. By recognizing setbacks as temporary learning from what you experienced, you can turn these challenges into stepping stones toward greater achievement. Now we'll define what a failure is. So, clarifying how failures are different. Failures are situations or outcomes where an intended goal or object is not achieved and is perceived as a final, irrevocable result. Unlike setbacks, which are temporary and can often be overcome with time and effort, failures are seen as a definitive endpoint that close off certain paths. So, what are some characteristics of failure? Failures are often used as the end of a particular endeavor or effort, where the possibility of success in that specific context is no longer feasible. Failures tend to carry a heavier emotional weight, potentially leading to feelings of defeat, discouragement, or self doubt. Failures typically require a significant reevaluation of one's goals, strategies, or methods, and may necessitate a shift in direction. So, what are some scenarios of a failure? Despite significant investment and effort, a business fails to generate sufficient revenue and ultimately has to close down. This is often seen as a conclusive end to the entrepreneurial venture, resulting in financial loss, potential debt, and emotional distress. Although the business itself has failed, the experience can provide invaluable lessons about market demands, business strategies, and personal resilience that can inform failure endeavors. A student fails a crucial exam, such as a bar exam, for law students, or a medical licensing exam, which is necessary for advancing their career. The failure can delay career progression, cause embarrassment, and necessitate additional time and effort to retake the exam. This failure, while significant, can lead to a deeper understanding of the subject matter, better preparation strategies, and ultimately a stronger performance on subsequent attempts. So, what are some key differences from setbacks? Finality versus temporariness. Failures are seen as the end of a specific path, whereas setbacks are temporary disruptions that can be navigated around. Failures tend to have a more profound emotional impact, often challenging one's self worth and confidence more severely than setbacks' long term consequences. The consequences of failure are typically more substantial and longer lasting compared to setbacks, which can usually be managed and overcome with less lasting damage, while failures are often perceived as final. It is crucial to recognize that they can also be reframed as significant learning opportunities. Many successful individuals and organizations have faced and experienced failures that ultimately contributed to the later successes, viewing failures not as a dead end, but a pivotal learning moment can help transform the experience into a profound experience and foundation for future achievements. Understanding the distinction between setbacks and failures is essential for developing a resilient and growth oriented mindset. While failures may appear to be final outcomes, they do not have to be the end of the road, but learning from failures and using them as stepping stones, you can forge new paths and achieve greater success in the long run. So, what are some key distinctions between setbacks and failures? Setbacks are temporary and learning experiences. Setbacks are temporary disruptions or challenges that interrupt progress but do not necessarily terminate it. They are often unforeseen and can be seen as hurdles that require a change in strategy or approach. Each setback provides a chance to reflect, learn, and adapt. By analyzing what caused the setback, you can identify areas for improvement and make necessary adjustments. Missing a deadline, losing a job opportunity, or facing a project delay are all examples of setbacks. They are not the end road, but moments that require reassessment and perseverance. So, what are failures? Failures are permanent only if you let them be. Failures are perceived as final outcomes where an intended goal or objective is not achieved. They often feel conclusive and can significantly impact one's plans or path, while failures can seem like the end. They are only permanent if you choose to view them that way. Many successful people have experienced failures but use them as stepping stones to eventual success. Reframing failures. By reframing failures as critical learning moments, you can transform them into valuable experiences. This perspective allows you to extract lessons and apply them to future endeavors. Business closures or failing a crucial exam are typically seen as failures. However, they can also be a start of a new direction, informed by the insights gained from the experience. Now, how to shift your mindset, viewing setbacks as opportunities for growth. Here's the thing to think about: the importance of a growth mindset. A growth mindset is coined by psychologist Carol Dweck. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. This mindset encourages embracing challenges, learning from criticism, and finding inspiration in others' success. A fixed mindset, on the other hand, views abilities as static and unchangeable. This can lead to avoiding challenges and giving up easily when faced with obstacles. So, what are some strategies to cultivate a growth mindset. View challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Rather than avoiding difficult situations, face them head on with the understanding that they are essential for development. Learn from criticism. Constructive feedback is invaluable. Instead of taking criticism personally, use it as a tool to impact and refine your skills and approaches. Persevere through setbacks. Recognize that setbacks are part of any journey towards success. Persistence and resilience in the face of obstacles. Focus on the effect that it puts into overcoming challenges rather than just the outcome. Acknowledge and celebrate small wins and progress towards to make it a long way. So here are some practical tips to think about. Break down the larger objectives into smaller, imaginable, or manageable tasks. They make it easier to track progress and maintain motivation. Take time to reflect on setbacks and what they taught you. Journaling can be a helpful practice to capture these insights and plan for the future improvement. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who encourage a growth mindset. Mentors can provide guidance, share their own experience with setbacks, and offer valuable advice, emphasizing the temporary nature of setbacks and viewing them as learning experiences can transform how you approach challenges. Adopting a growth mindset allows you to see setbacks not as an insurmountable obstacle, but as opportunities for personal and professional growth. Remember, failures are only permanent if you let them be. By learning from them and persisting in your efforts, you can turn every setback into a stepping stone towards greater success. Here are some quotes to think about. Setbacks are step ups for comebacks. Failure is the opposite of success. It's part of success. Also, here are some things to think about. Embrace resilience. Building resilience in the face of setbacks. Resilience is the ability to adapt and bounce back from adversity, challenges, or setbacks. It's about maintaining flexibility and determination in the face of obstacles and continuing to pursue your goals despite difficulties. Building resilience helps you handle stress more effectively and recover more quality from setbacks. Practice persistence. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, which can help reduce stress and increase your ability to deal with setbacks effectively. Meditation. Regular meditation practice can enhance your awareness and emotional regulation, making it easier to cope with setbacks. Deep breathing exercises, simple breathing exercises can help calm your mind and body during stressful situations. Mindful journaling, reflecting on your thoughts, feelings through journaling can help provide clarity and help you process setbacks constructively. Now, what we've been talking about really falls into what they call now the laws of attraction. So, positive affirmations. You reframe your negative thoughts. Positive affirmations are statements that challenge and overcome self sabotaging and negative thoughts. Repeating affirmations can help shift your mindset to a more positive and resilient outcome. What are some examples of positive affirmations? I am capable of overcoming any challenge. Every setback is a step up for a comeback. I learn and grow from experiences, including difficult ones. So, consistency is key, and you need to regularly practice affirmations, especially during challenging times, reinforcing a resilient mindset. Building a support network. Surround yourself with people who provide encouragement, support, and constructive feedback. A strong support network can include family, friends, colleagues, mentors, or support groups. Now, what I want to talk about here is that I come from a very, very negative family. And if you also look at your personality, that also affects how you deal with things because it depends where your strengths are and where your weaknesses are. In my case, I'm a very strong dominant personality and have very strong interpersonal skills, which means it's easy for me to talk and easy for me to seek out people who can be a support system in an area where I had no support. The difference is that my older sister is deaf and had far more opportunities and potential than I did. But because her personality was very introverted and the peacemaker who was going to go along with whatever you said, thinking it could get her whatever she wanted, now she's in a situation where she's a lost soul, alone, and doesn't know how to think for herself or do anything for herself. And the sad part is, we all have this within us, but we have to pull on those behavior patterns that can help us get where we want to be and not let that negativity control us because that negativity becomes your failure. So, talking about your setbacks with trusted individuals can provide new perspectives and emotional relief. It helps you feel less isolated and more understood. Sometimes setbacks can be particularly overwhelming, and seeking help from a therapist or counselor can provide the necessary tools and support. So, what are some practical tips for enhancing resilience? Maintain a healthy lifestyle. Exercise regularly. Physical activity reduces stress and improves mood, contributing to greater resilience. Eat a balanced diet. Proper nutrition supports overall well being and helps maintain energy levels during challenging times. Quality sleep is crucial for mental and physical health, enhancing your ability to cope with stress. Develop problem solving skills. Break down problems when faced with a setback. Break it down into smaller, manageable parts. This makes it easier to tackle and reduces feelings of being overwhelmed. Focus on what you can control. Concentrate your efforts on the aspects of the situation you can influence rather than worrying about what's beyond your control. So set realistic goals, smart goals. Set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound goals to keep you focused and motivated. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate small achievements along the way to maintain motivation and build confidence. Stay flexible. Be willing to adjust your plans and strategies as needed. Flexibility is a key component to resilience. Open mindedness. Embrace new ideas and approaches to overcome setbacks and move forward. Building resilience is a continuous process that involves cultivating a positive mindset, practicing mindfulness, seeking support, and maintaining healthy habits. By embracing resilience, you can better navigate setbacks and view them as opportunities for growth and learning. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding challenges. It means facing them head on with confidence that you can overcome and emerge stronger. So, what we want you to do now is to reflect and learn, analyzing setbacks to extract valuable lessons, reflecting on and learning from setbacks is crucial for personal and professional growth. This process involves analyzing what went wrong, understanding the reasons behind the setback, and planning for improvement. By systematically reflecting on setbacks, you can transform challenges into valuable learning experiences that enhance your resilience and future success. So, what we want you to do is think about this. Identify what went wrong. Start by objectively assessing the situation. Avoid placing blame and instead focus on understanding the facts. Break down the event. Divide the setback into specific components or events that contributed to the overall outcome. Collect relevant data and information that can help you get a clearer picture of what happened. This might include reviewing communications, performance metrics, and feedback from others. A setback is a project missed the deadline, components, delays in receiving necessary information, technical issues, miscommunication among team members. And what's the root cause? Dig deeper to understand the underlying reasons for each component of the setback. This involves identifying root causes rather than just symptoms. Ask why multiple times. Use techniques like the 5 whys to drill down to the fundamental cause of the problem. Look at both internal and external factors that may have contributed to the setback. Internal factors might include skills that contributed to the setback. Or rather, let's look at it this way. It might include skills, gaps, or resource limitations, while external factors can be marked changes or unexpected events, delays in receiving necessary information. Why? The required data was not provided on time. Why? The person responsible was unaware of the urgency. Why? The project timeline was not communicated clearly at all stakeholders. So here's a plan for improvement. Based on your analysis, create a detailed plan to address the identified issues and prevent similar setbacks in the future. Set specific goals, establishing clear, actionable goals that implement the changes needed. Use the SMART criteria, which is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound to define these goals. Put your action plan into practice. This may involve reviving or revising processes, improving communication channels, providing additional training, or reallocating resources. The next thing you need to do is monitor the progress. Regularly check the progress of the implemented changes and make adjustments as necessary. Continuous monitoring ensures that the solutions are effective and sustainable. Here's a good action plan to think about. Improve communication of project timelines and responsibilities. Implement a project management tool to track deadlines and responsibilities. Conduct a kickoff meeting for all new projects to ensure clarity on timelines and expectations. Schedule regular check-ins with all stakeholders to monitor progress and address issues promptly. So, what are some practical tips for effective reflection and learning? Well, create a reflection routine, scheduling regular times to reflect on recent projects or tasks, regardless of whether they were successful or face setbacks. This routine helps make reflection a habit. If you're working in a team, conduct and debrief sessions after major projects to collectively analyze what went well and what didn't. Document learnings. Keep a learning journal. Document your reflections, insights, and lessons learned in a journal. This practice helps solidify your learning and provides a reference for future progress. If working in a team, share your findings with colleagues to foster a culture of continuous improvement. External perspectives. Get feedback from peers, mentors, or stakeholders who can provide an side perspective on what went wrong and potential areas for improvement. Embrace constructive criticism as a tool for growth. Be open to hearing different viewpoints and suggestions. Adapt a growth mindset. View setbacks as learning opportunities. Shift your perspective to see setbacks not as failures, but as an opportunity to learn and grow. Celebrate effort and progress. Focus on the effort and progress made rather than just the outcome. Recognize and celebrate small wins along the way. Reflecting on learning from setbacks is an essential part for personal and professional development. By identifying what went wrong and understanding why it happened and planning for improvement, you can turn setbacks into valuable lessons that guide your future actions. This process not only enhances your resilience, but also equips you with knowledge and skills needed to achieve greater success. Now, what I want to quickly talk about, because I think this is important, today, more and more workers work remotely. And what this allows them to do is to pick and choose which days they want to work, which makes it a better work environment. But it's more important than ever to use and understand how setbacks and failures are and how to avoid that when you're dealing with people who work in different remote places. So that's why communication is so important today. Whereas, remember, in the past, corporations had everyone working in-house and they can conduct on-site trainings or send the employees to off-site trainings. But eventually, corporations started cutting back in that training department. And now it's more important than ever that all employees get some type of training on their own so they can come to a company more prepared than they ever were in the past. That way, they understand the difference between setbacks and failures, and it also helps you put together some really good packages on how to set reasonable goals for your employees offsite. So set realistic goals, overcoming setbacks with SMART goals. So it's important just to understand where all of this comes from and how to make it work and pull together even more relatably. And here's some things to think about. What we want to do is put together some inspiring stories and practical tips that can help you understand just how the difference between setbacks and failures. And the first one we're going to talk about is J.K. Rowling, from rejection to worldwide fame. J.K. Rowling's journal of becoming one of the most successful authors in history is a powerful example of turning setbacks into success. Before the world knew her as the author of the Harry Potter series, Rowling faced numerous challenges. Rowling experienced a series of personal hardships, including the death of her mother, a failed marriage, and living as a single mother on welfare. When she completed the manuscript for the first Harry Potter book, she faced repeated rejection from publishers. In total, 12 major publishing houses turned down her manuscript. What was her turning point? Well, despite the setbacks, Rowling never gave up on her dream. She continued to believe in her story and her writing. Eventually, Bloomsbury Publishing accepted her manuscript thanks to the persistence of a chairman's 8-year-old daughter who loved the first chapter. The Harry Potter series became a global phenomenon, selling over 500 million copies worldwide and being translated into 80 languages. Rowling's success not only brought her financial security and global fame, but also inspired millions of readers and aspiring writers around the world. So, what was learned by this? Rowling's story teaches the importance of resilience and persistence in the face of rejection and adversity. Belief in one's work, believing in the value of your work, and continuing to pursue your goals, even when others do not recognize your potential, is crucial to eventual success. Here's another example. Steve Jobs, the visionary behind Apple's comeback. Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple Incorporated, faced a significant setback early on in his career, but turned it into a remarkable comeback story that reshaped the technology industry. In 1985, after a power struggle within Apple, Jobs was forced out of the company he co-founded. This was a devastating blow to him, both personally and professionally. So what did he do? Well, he went and started Next in Pixar. And after leaving Apple, Jobs founded Next, a computer platform development company, which struggled to gain significant market traction. He also bought the graphics group, later known as Pixar, from Lucasfilm, which initially struggled to find its footing in the animation industry. So, what was his turning point? Jobs did not let his ousting from Apple or the struggles of Next and Pixar deter him. He continued to innovate and push the boundaries of technology and animation. Pixar eventually found success with the release of Toy Story in 1995, the world's first computer animated feature film. This success marked a turning point for Jobs, giving him a new sense of achievement and financial stability. In 1996, Apple acquired Next, bringing Jobs back to the company. His return marked the beginning of a series of groundbreaking innovations, including iMac, iPod, iPhone, and iPad. He transformed Apple. Jobs led Apple to become one of the most valuable companies in the world, renowned for its innovative products and design. So, what are some practical tips that were learned? Job's story illustrates how a major setback can be transformed into opportunities for growth and innovation. Jobs' vision and leadership were crucial in turning around Apple's fortunes and revolutionizing multiple industries. Both J.K. Rowling and Steve Jobs exemplify how resilience, persistence, and belief in one's vision can turn major setbacks into extraordinary success. Their stories serve as a powerful reminder that setbacks are not the end, but can be the beginning of a new successful chapter. So, here are some practical tips. Track your challenges and how you overcame them in a setback journal. Documenting your experiences helps you reflect on your progress and identify patterns in how you handle setbacks. Celebrate small victories. Acknowledge and celebrate your small victories to build momentum and motivation. Every step forward, no matter how small, contributes to your growth and success. Continuously seek feedback and mentorship. Embrace feedback as a call or a tool for growth and seek mentorship from experienced individuals who can offer guidance and support in your journey. Take a moment to reflect on the recent setback you faced and identify one positive lesson learned from it. Embracing the lessons from setbacks is key to personal and professional growth. So we invite you to share your story of overcoming setbacks on social media using the hashtag stepping stones. By sharing your experiences, you inspire others and contribute to a community of resilience and empowerment. So, in this episode of Live Without Limits, Reach Personal Success on a Daily Basis, we explored the vital distinction between setbacks and failures and how embracing resilience can turn every challenge into an opportunity of growth. So, here are some key takeaways. Setbacks versus failures. Setbacks are temporary obstacles that provide valuable lessons, while failures are perceived as final outcomes. However, failures are only permanent if we let them be. A mindset shift. It's crucial to view setbacks as opportunities for growth. By adopting a growth mindset, we can overcome obstacles with resilience and determination. building resilience. Techniques such as mindfulness and positive affirmations and seeking support from others can help us build resilience in the face of setbacks. Reflecting and learning. Analyzing setbacks allows us to extract valuable lessons by identifying what went wrong, understanding why it happened, and planning for improvement. We can grow from our experiences using the SMART goals framework: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. We can set achievable goals to overcome setbacks and stay on track towards success. Thank you for tuning in to this episode. We appreciate your support and hope that you found this discussion valuable. If you enjoyed the episode, please consider subscribing to our podcast, leaving a review, and sharing it with your friends and colleagues. Your feedback helps us to improve and reach more listeners. And we invite you to join us for our next episode, where we'll dive into the topic of mastering the art of time management. Learn practical strategies to optimize your time, increase productivity, and achieve your goals more effectively. So don't miss out. Subscribe now and stay tuned for more empowering discussions. I want to thank you for joining me on Live Without Limits. And remember, setbacks are only stepping stones to your journey to success. Keep pushing forward, embrace resilience, and never let a setback define you. So stay determined and live without limits. And remember, it's up to you to decide exactly what your plans are for the future.